but I knew I could not let that deter me.
와우, 게틀링건.
Not
야야.
if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man
다이너마이트가
off
있었지.
that gun.
뛰어. 이씨. 이씨. 뛰어. 뛰어. 이씨. 뛰어. 와, 돌겠다. 우와. 나와간다. 뛰어. 빨리.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
예스. 내가 왔다, 이 자식을. 열로 걸어. 으이씨. 어이쿠야. 다이너마이트. 선물. 선물이야. 아, 떨어진다. 쏘자. 대가리가 돌대가리야? 그래.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral. A few weeks after that dust up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bright?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why.
Earp's coming! Get ready, boys.
But first I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Grover.
깜짝이야. 뭐야, 어이. 놀랬잖아. 아까 안 되겠다. 대가리.
Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise.
한
And after
발씩이야.
that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge.
참 많이 있군. 진짜 안 맞는군.
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother Virgil.
그치? 났고. 릴로드. 깜짝. 간다. 슬로우 모션.
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride,
더럽게 안 맞는군.
hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
진짜 안 맞는데. 라이플로 바꿔. 예. 또 있지. 으유 씨. 죽을라고 이씨. 다 끝. 와우.
There were killers around every corner,
Wow.
all wearing red bandanas.
자,
That's how the
대가리들로.
cowboys identified each other.
한 마리 끝.
And I was beginning to wish I had one
두 마리
myself.
끝.
But I wasn't
잘
about
가라.
to let Ringo walk away unscathed.
꽉 깔려 있군.
And that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
짝수리.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
떨궈슈.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Well, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it.
떨궈라.
He was just being loyal to a friend.
Excuse me,
총알
sir. I have
만땅으로.
a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot. Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
슈루탄을 써야겠지. 아니, 다이너마이트를 쓰는 거야. 다이너마이트를 써야겠지. 도착. 도착. 받아라. 나이스. 한 발 더. 들어가시오. 올라가 빨리. 왜 안 올라가 이거. 불편해. 나 걸린 거야? 걸작인데. 나 버그 먹었다. 나 걸렸다 이거. 에이씨. 빰빰. 붐붐붐.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
짝소리. 또 있어? 어이씨. 빡셔라. 레벨업. 오, 릴로드. 됐지? 야, 톱이 열나 큰데? 와, 지독한 놈들. 라이플 쓰자. 라이플이 짱이야. 딱 총 썩었어. 뭐하는 거야 이 자식도. 또 있어? 그래. 허이쿠 방패. 그거 참 무섭구만. 잘 가라. 아파. 바보 같은 놈. 또 있어. 오. 야, 잘 쏜다.
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
어디야? 아, 이쪽이야?
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
아, 그쪽이야.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
헐.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Time to dance
나와.
with the devil.
체력이 안 깎여?
That son of a more send you to kill me.
빅! 반도라. 안 싸울란다. 꺼져. 어휴, 열나 세네. 동화를 먹고. 엄마 어딨어? 어이구야. 라이플로 싸우자. 왜 이때 샷건이 없는 거야? 돌아버리겠군. 아퍼. 으유, 휙 튀어. 만만치 않은데. Good.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
아이씨. 또 이거야.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
한 방에 잡아야 돼. 한 방에. 나이스.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo. I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did. I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him.
Standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would
또
you
쫙
be
깔려
nervous?
있겠지.
No one has the cojones to come after us. As long as you don't light up a cigar, we're fine.
As my late father pointed out to me more
잘
than
나가라.
once, God made men. Samuel Colt
아, 또
made
있어?
them equal.
얘는 또 뭐요? 폭발통이 있었네. 아이 아깝다. 레인저? 와.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest
Whoa.
gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were
가다.
thieves, killers,
그쵸.
robbing travelers, and hijacking gold shipments.
그쵸.
Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were
안
just
터지는
regular
걸까?
folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy
선물이야.
pickings.
돌아버리겠구요.
Charlie Crow, the blacksmith.
이 다이너마이트는 어디에 있지?
James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's son.
다이너마이트.
Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors.
헐. 다시. 돌아버리겠군. 후셀. 끝. 요와.
This is our gold now.
들어가. 어휴, 다이너마이트. 내가 죽겠다. 연락박쇼. 들어가.
Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Plummer had a
연락박쇼.
lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot.
부탄이지?
That son of a bitch pretended to protect the
나와,
public
빨리.
with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a
나올 거야,
defensive
말 거야?
perimeter which I had no idea how to breach.
들어와. 안 맞는 거야.
I was outnumbered
Wow.
and in way over my head. But I
Good
was
job.
too damn stubborn and stupid to realize. If Daddy had lived to see Alfred Nobel's explosive invention, my guess is he would have told
Yes.
Samuel Colt to kiss his ass.
살아있어. 잘 가라. 나이스. 누갔지? 총을 바꿀 수 있어? 갖다 버려.
I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense.
이쪽으로.
It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
나이스. 나와. 오 샷건. 오 샷건이야. 샷건으로. 샷건으로. 위에 있어? 아이 깜짝이야.
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around.
길을 모르겠다.
And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it.
아파
Some of
아파.
those shafts could be as deep as hell.
예.
It's you or me?
A single stumble or misstep can
Right.
easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
어디에 있지?
I do not deserve to die
그죠?
like this.
야야야. 놈이야. 누가 쏘는 거야? 아이씨. 왜? 라이플 쓰자. 라이플이 최고야. 여기서 어디야? 아 그쪽? 이쪽으로.
Quick
아래쪽으로.
reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily
안
bushwhacked.
보여.
I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come.
라이플이었지? 와우. 콤보. 오, 이걸로.
With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at.
오, 잠깐만 있어봐 임마.
You can't hide forever.
에이.
All it takes is one tiny spark, and boom.
Get easy.
터지면 죽어.
Okay, now you're really pissing me off.
와. 야 임마 여기서 왜 총질이야? 너 바보야. 위험하게.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted
지. 와우.
I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic,
이야,
but clearly insane.
무너진다. 싹쓸이.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it.